Good morning. This is Yasura Singh, and this day is March 2nd, 2021, Tuesday. And I'm talking to you from Bharat, India regarding quality in projects and journal. Title being Civil Field Engineering, Designs, Construction Methods, Contracts, EPC, AnnexSL, Organizations, Communications, Coordination, Quantity, Quality, and why be behind quality and specific quality. Specific quality means that I'm giving certain examples of quality assurance about long page, many items in that. I'm just browsing it for you, just taking names also with that so that you can understand what I'm going to talk with you. And it's a quality assurance requirement. Actually, it's a requirement now. I can say you just keep assurance, forget assurance is requirement, and this is setting out on excavations. Then it would be hand excavation, checklist for formation, checklist for blinding, checklist for concrete protection, waterproofing, checklist for foundation, footings, preparatory works, checklist for step columns, checklist for backfill works, checklist for grade slab, checklist for RCC columns, checklist for RCC walls, checklist for RCC lift walls works, checklist for RCC longitudinal stair works, checklist for RCC suspended slab works, framework, checklist for RCC footings blocks for steel and checklist for RCC fairface structural works, checklist for RCC slab works, checklist for RCC sloping portion, floor slab works, checklist for RCC sloping portion suspended slab works, checklist for RCC heavy compressor foundation works, checklist for RCC tabletop column works, checklist for RCC tabletop works, checklist for below ground RCC swimming pool works, checklist for firing or shooting range, checklist for foundation footing concrete pour, checklist for step columns concrete pour, checklist for grade slab concrete pour, checklist for RCC columns concrete pour, checklist for RCC wall concrete pour, checklist for RCC lift walls concrete pour, checklist for RCC on longitudinal stair concrete pour, checklist for RCC suspended slab concrete pour, checklist for RCC pedestal footings concrete pour, checklist for RCC footings block for concrete pour, checklist for RCC for RDC generator alternator concrete pour, alternator foundation concrete pour, checklist for RCC fairface concrete pour, checklist for RCC HOT slab concrete pour, RCC sloping portion suspended slab concrete pour, checklist for RCC heavy compressor concrete pour, checklist for RCC tabletop concrete pour, checklist for RCC tabletop slab concrete pour, checklist for below ground RCC swimming pool concrete pour, checklist for fire small submission I'm going to make with you for information as well as for dear friends. No signals at all. Maybe I'm not getting this recorded properly and there is no signal. It's saying alerts. Now I think there may be some signal. Let me see how it is. And it's saying maximum resolution is this and video resolution this. Obviously, I don't know what is there, but it seems that's some signals are there. Let us see. Well, dear friends, this is again back to you. that quality talk, as usual, I named you your topics today is general, and then as usual general is very important, and at the end I would take these examples. I just browsed down and named all these items, particular items or practical items, you can say, nothing imaginary. This I have done myself in field, and I like to refer them what I remember. I could not write that time when I was in field. I didn't note anything, but whatever I could recall based on my experience a couple of years back, I recorded this on my memory now. It's nothing new. Previously also I explained to you through without screen share, but now I'm going to share with you screen share so that it's better for you to understand. Return statement rather than my speech. Maybe my speech is not very good for you. May not be you're able to understand why I say 100%. You catch only maybe 40-50% because my English is very poor. It's not very good at all. Your English is standard one. Well, English is not an issue here. Issue is how much you can understand, how much you realize to understand. I value you. That's important. Valuing something is very important. The quality is quality is that state of art or state of word where everybody has different understanding, different opinion, different approach. For someone quality is in meters, for someone it's centimeters, for some people understand that way. Oh, few centimeter doesn't make a difference, and some say few millimeter doesn't make a difference, and some say okay, no problem if this house is reoriented. I mean, south comes to north and north goes to south. Well, it depends. Means I am not going to share that, but when I say quality, and quality means kala, in Hindi we call it kala, it's an art. Quality is science, and quality is technology, and quality is engineering, and on top of that, quality is character of a person. We call this person has this approach. This person speaks like this person thinks like that, this person talks like this person walks like that, this person is punctual, this person is not punctual, this person is listens, and this person doesn't listen. We call this person has good dressing sense, and this person has good mind capacity, and this person is workaholic. People used to call workaholic means alcoholic or workaholic. For some, those who work a lot, those who work all time, keep busy. Some people call them alcoholic, or you can say workaholic. I don't understand this. What a workaholic or alcoholic question is. You have to be busy, and busy is your property. And I can say that if you remain busy, keep busy, occupied, use your mind, you are wealthiest person of this universe. I don't consider top billionaires and trillionaires who come in list of top 10 or 20. I don't consider them wealthiest because that money shall not go with them. That money cannot go with them, and that money got no value in God's specifications, as I understand. God's specification is specification you are soul God or you God. That remains with you, not with your exclusive body. So you have to earn those parameters, those properties which value, and soul containment is that. In your soul, if you consider your soul as containment, it has all properties within it. And if there is no part in your soul where money is property, money is only to be used on earth for your health purpose, wealth purpose, for your livings, but it cannot give you confidence. It can, yes, you may buy someone that confidence you find with this. I'll purchase this man, I'll purchase this house, I'll purchase this. You have that kind of thinking world coming, that point of opinion, that point of school of thought into your body, in your mind. Oh, I have this much money, I have 400 million, I have 500 million, and I can buy this in equipment. That's kind of I can say dogmatism. I could call it dogmatism, because you are not depending on yourself, you depend on your power of money. Power of money to some extent can help you, but it cannot help you from death, it cannot help you from misfortune, it cannot help you from somewhere. You have to struggle. By chance you have a lot of money today, and due to some error it goes off. I have seen people who used to boast, I have so many houses, I have this and that. and sometimes it happens that everything flops. But restanding can be done, can be achieved if you are confident of your energy, confident of your value, confident of your quality, confident of your own. So quality is also one of that confidence. When you are child, in your infancy, you were very confident because you did not have any liability. But when you grow up, your confidence level either enhances or it goes down depending upon circumstances you are encompassed in. Those circumstances tell answer. Maybe you are very poor, your parents are very poor, but you are very good in studies, in thinking capacity, because money has nothing to do with thinking. You can think to whatever extent, there is no limit. Skies fall short if thinking comes into consideration. Money cannot cross sky, but thinking can cross sky, and that power is God blessings to you. If you can think to whatever degree, whatever level, you can do wonders in this world. Wonders doesn't mean that you can exceed this world. This means unexpected results you can get. Unexpected results. Unexpected in a sense that you they could not even think of that, but by chance you get it. That's called unexpected. For example, you buy some lottery and you never just buy in just playing mode, okay, let me try this time. Just you buy that, by chance it works and you win that lottery. That is called unexpected achievement, free of your struggle. You did not do any struggle for that, but you got it. So that's called God's blessings, or you can say your own fortune. But that should not bring into your mind a degree of pride, a degree of overconfidence. Oh, if I buy a lottery, I got it, and if I another lottery, I get again. That you shall never get, because blessing doesn't come in sequence; it comes by chance. But if you compare it to your struggle, if you compare it to your hard work, smart work, your dedication to work and your struggle continuation, I think you can get better success than what you get by lottery, because lottery reduces your stamina, it increases your money power, but struggle increases everything. Maybe by struggling you cannot get that value immediately, but struggling habit you attain, struggling order you attain, hard working nature you attained, and you can say a hunger to learn you attain, a hunger to work you attain. You never feel starved, at least for work. You could sometimes feel during a struggle that you don't have food and clothing and housing, but once you get it, you value it because it comes out every part of your blood and sweat. Those who get wealth without any as such contribution or hard work in life, they never value money. They always dip themselves immerse themselves with pride. I have money, and that money is for you. I am owner of this money, and this money is my back. So your back is that money and not God. That's the difference here. That money is your not God. That money is your sound, and you think this is my back. Well, to some extent that's right, but that's not everything. You cannot say it's everything. So that's important point. I can say that pride is no good. As far as pride is no good. Okay, it's fine, you have something, you take it that way. On every project there is a store. We store is always very big, it's in size even bigger than project managers or director's office or director's residence. It's such a big, and actually store is whole site, whole project is a store, because your materials, your machines, your equipment lie here and there, properly cared for, and it's such a big store. And there's a person who handles this store. That person, if it starts thinking that this is my material, my equipment, then yes, it is that person's material as far as that person remains in that job. That person should not forget that that person is store manager or store owner, whatever you may say, but not, no, that person cannot sell that and run away. That's what I'm talking about. A person who has a lot of wealth in this world, mundane world we call it. This world is not real one. It is mundane world. It's a world where we travel. Everybody travels temporarily, and we have to exit also after a couple of years, or when we finish our earthly journey. We have to take exit. So you cannot take even this body in which you are living with you. You have to go exclusively in your soul. So that's point we have to understand. Whatever quality you want to achieve here, that should be like quality of soul. Means soul is powerful, soul is controller, and soul makes yourself. Soul makes your body. Soul wills you. Soul gives you power of will, power of work, power of thinking, and power of everything. So I think you must understand what I mean to say. I can say with determination, I can say with complete commitment that quality is soul of everything. If you have some structure, something built in, you may say, oh, this is based off material, this is material dependent. I would not accept that. I would say, yes, it is material dependent, but it is also dependent on property of materials, how materials do work, because we do not understand that, being common people, until we understand properties of materials, properties of everything, we cannot say that. And actually, that is soul. What I consider that is soul means quality of everything is soul. If you are a good person, people say, oh, this person is very good, this person has no pride, this person respects everybody, and this person is genuine, this person is honest, this person is reliable. All these properties which people start calling you, giving you, depends on your character and quality, and that's what I say. Character and quality generally means same. Character was used long back, but now character is now. I don't think people are looking for character. They are looking for something else. Let us say quality, but people are not even looking for quality these days. They are looking only for money, only for equivalence of valuation. What is value of this person? What is value of this material? When value in terms of money start pouring in, I think that starts deterioration point of this world, deterioration point of humanity. If you take everything, if you measure everything in terms of money or materialism, when materialism start ruling characters and quality, then I think there is no life. Material measurement cannot be done in life, but nowadays people measure everything in terms of material value, and that value means everything is material for you, money is material for you, and money by material. So you don't even start considering your parent also material, you start considering your sibling also material. Then where is life? There's no life. Means you don't even value your family, you don't value, oh, everything is money. When everything is money, it's very dangerous state, you can say. Everything is money. We used to call before, I was young that time, that money is something, health is something better, you can say. Money, actually, you used to say money is nothing, in fact. Money was nothing at that time. We used to say, though it was not practically, money was a good one, but you say money is nothing, health is something, and character is everything. Now, character can be replaced by quality, health can be replaced by mental status, and money can be replaced by hunger of wealth. So you can say hunger of wealth. They value it, so it is reverse now. It's people think that wealth is everything, health is something, and character is nothing. You can say that way, right? Means quality is nothing, health is something. You can say health, if no health is health, and what you call it, character, no need. No need for character. health, wealth, all this. I just give an example of past people when education standards were not very high in our country and also in other countries. People, if you consider materialism power of West, is for example USA is very good in material status. They are say we have power of world, but how they became power of world? Not because of quality, but because of methods to kill others. What they do? They sell equipment, they sell armed forces equipment, and they sell Boeings and means they sell weapons to kill others. So you think it's character? If you involve in such a business, that business leads you to two enemies fight together and humanity is killed, nations are spoiled. You consider that one character or quality, I cannot confirm it. Nobody likes it because you are businesses to let people divide themselves, fight themselves, and you through your weapons you kill themselves. Though you don't kill those, they kill themselves. In fact, had there not been these weapons, then this would be a different war. So now I cannot say that those people who are who have based their economies on sale of weapons, they are real people. They are dangerous people, dangerous nations, because they work against humanity, and results have been their wars. This country is spoiled, that country is spoiled. We can see it happens, and we are helpless. We cannot do anything. In our country, India, Bharat, it has been moving very fast. This bad character work is moving very fast. People have no characters or quality in their personalities. They don't believe in honesty and sincerity. And money has changed your quality or your character. So money is so powerful that it can spoil your character. And of course, other points are there that character is spoiled. And when you say character is spoiled, everything is spoiled, people don't accept. Oh, no problem. Some percentage of character is bad, it would work. People's thinking has changed. People's thinking have gone to different direction. And because of money, or you can say because of soil, I can say money is nothing but soil or rock. Because money comes, there is no meaning of money if there is no world. There is no meaning of money if there is no material. There is no meaning of money if there is nothing. First, money means that nothing. It's just an exchange value to get some material. That is power of money and nothing else. So quality we have to understand in different way. Technical quality or real quality which must be complied with, and if that is complied with, I think world can change. If quality is maintained, dishonesty goes away, honesty remains, good thoughts remain. We have to understand like this. Quality doesn't mean what you say or what I say. This means a measurement of relation. Nothing is 100% good and nothing is 0% bad or good. 0% good you can say. No. Everything has mixed percentages of either this element or that element. Something is good for someone and same thing is bad for someone. This happens. Some person is good for you and some person is not good for you. This happens. So there is no, you can say, no conflict in that understanding. Life moves like that. I am a civil engineer, you know it very well. And civil engineers are very responsible for society. If you consider every aspect of life, I think there is no place in this world where without civil engineers something can move. You can say civil engineer is like air, like sun. Civil engineer is like, food grains without which you can't live. It's like mental food grain. Because civil engineering discipline or civil engineering branch is very rough. I'm not talking of designs, I'm talking of real civil engineering, where you have to produce something in all weather conditions. It's really same thing as farming professional does. Now farming professional is also not different, because farming, or you can say agricultural world itself, is full branch of engineering, and not now, it had been there before also, but not identified. Agricultural engineering is very dynamic, and it is very much technical based, and only those people understand who have exposure to agricultural engineering. So we can say that is agricultural engineering. And if we compare work of civil engineer, and we are, you can say, development engineering, evolutionary engineering. We are not giving food grains, but we are giving life grains. We are giving comfort in life. Basis of that we give. I cannot say that we do everything what we understand is right or wrong, but it's not that I do or you do, it's division of people. If I have understood civil engineering, real world is full of struggles. If civil engineer says I did not struggle, that civil engineer is not field engineer, that's only in designs, probably. And design is of course a little better than site, as far as if you want to live little better, comfortable with your family, you may say that yes, it's okay. But design is not full civil engineering. It's only a part, and without this, shape cannot be given to structures. So it's wonderful that there is civil engineering design, and every civil engineer knows design. Maybe not master, but methods and scope every civil engineer knows, who is qualified one. So, but real civil engineering goes to production engineering of designs, means design is converted to practical products, structures, buildings, roads, infrastructure, all others, irrigation elements, components, railways, roads, or you can say whatever else. There is nothing which is not related to civil engineering. So you may say civil engineering is human engineering, human development engineering. Civil engineering is human development engineering. If humanity requires be developed, it's only civil engineers. Basis is given by civil engineers. Ground is prepared by civil engineers. Life preparation is done by civil engineers. And I will not just name projects, I would just name humanity itself is civil engineering, because civil engineer has capacity to convert a forest into city, a desert into city, to fill some water body and construct something on that, reclaim lands and do something on that. That is all civil engineering. And civil engineering means there are so many branches, subdisciplines in this field, and that is very much powerful, and we must respect that. Civil engineering is first person in society who delivers quality if that person determines. If that person determines, that person gives quality, and I think whole system changes, because civil engineering is not limited to stone masonry or brick masonry. Nowadays, civil engineering is actually so healthy now that it can import all other services to it. And if services are inserted in civil engineering products, everything changes. Sometimes cost of a structure is lesser than cost of equipment or cost of subdisciplines. It happens. In advanced world or in advanced construction, will find that services cost is higher than cost of structure. Even then, structure is more responsible Then services, because services are not manufactured on site, but structure is manufactured on site. I can say that way. That's why we have to understand this point very seriously. I try to explain value of quality. It must be considered accordingly. And if you take it just the word only, a terminology, and you don't care for that, then you mar your own quality, and you do not want to learn real world. Those new fresh budding engineers, if they learn wrong, they will do wrong. If they learn something which is not correct, they will do same thing which is not correct. But engineers has a capacity to understand. Engineer has a capacity to understand that what should be done, what should not be done, because that person is educated, highly educated. You can say calculation based education, logic based education, reasoning, logic, calculated decisions. These are direct properties of civil engineer, and when working in field in all weather conditions in on sites, then you have to know how to use these materials, how to plan something and do it with least problem. That's what we are. Budget is very important, like, because budget is cost related, quality is your personality related. By face you can say, oh, this person is there, quality must be good. It happens. This person is qualitative, this person doesn't believe in quantity and believes in both quantity and quality. There are many types of people statement. So if civil engineer does not give quality, I say that person, I don't call that person civil engineer, because that person is a curse on humanity. You qualified civil engineering, so you do it. Don't sell yourself. Don't compromise anything. If you are a civil engineer, you are not slave to your owner, you are not slave to your employer. You serve your employer. That's it. Employer did not buy you and you did not sell yourself like cricketers are sold, like others are sold. Civil engineers should not be sold. Because those who are sold, they are not engineers. I don't call them engineers. Wherever they work in government work or in private work, they are not engineers. Who cannot be sold but does work by heart, by mind, and complying with all requirements, and of course with high degree of struggle, that person is called engineer. Because to people, those who are visible, those activities are visible, people say, oh, there's a corruption in that. Could be. I can't say. There could be. But time is lost, and time means money is lost. So my point of view is little different in this instance. That's why I'm concentrating on quality, which is exclusively significant part of engineering, and not only civil engineering but also in other branches of engineering. If you don't have quality in your life, you will feel yourself ashamed. I know quality. First you think yourself what quality level you want to achieve. Quality has many dimensions, all dimensions you can say. If you want to spoil quality, also quality works. I spoiled quality, and this is now status. That you yourself produce that, yourself don't believe in this result. My dear friends, quality which I am going to talk about, sometimes I could not even understand what I had to talk. I could not even understand because everything is defined, but there are so many things which are not defined. There are so many issues that are not defined. And if something is not defined, then you have to constitute its definition, you have to construct definition. And only because your well-developed mind of you define yourself what is civil engineering and what is engineering and what is difference. Engineering is a broad term. We say engineering is something to do, something which is based on some formula or some other procedure that should be done in direction instead of of that person's mind who is responsible for that work. But quality is not work. Quality is original work. If you can't produce quality, you can't do job. You do job, if you believe in what people do, let them then you don't have any, power to, any authority to call engineer. Engineer means a person who determines, who calculates, who designs, who does it, executes. If that person sits in different job, I can't blame, but if person sits in engineering job, it is duty of that person to do everything according to requirement. Otherwise, you are not concentrating on your job. You're not supposed to do your job. This point is very important, and we have to understand this. Life is not, you can say, that free as we think. Life is full of struggles, and those people who do not involve in struggles due to good background, good money power, and their parent treat them comfortably, luxuriously, those people do not know what is struggle. And if we do not know what is struggle, we do not know what's hard work and what is quality work. We can boast anything. You can see on product stickers or product boxes, everything is written as if they are well determined people. What's there in writing? You can write anything, but it should be perfectly in working order when you see. And if it does not work in that order, what you say, I am angry with this person, that person, but last moment that person decides I have to leave this car body and reach somewhere else. Therefore, always I stress on quality, because quality I have seen has been deteriorating every day. Shining, finishing, attraction, beautification have become call of day. And people are also attracted to those combinations. Just like everybody goes to, say, beauty parlor, male or female, and they spend money there, time there, just to shine yourself or beautify yourself. But that is very, very temporary. Only for a couple of hours you have to keep yourself fit for people to view you. And I can say if that's purpose, then I have no answer. Quality for me is different. I don't know what should I define for. So for purpose of contracts, for purpose of work on projects, we can say I would comply with this or I would not comply with this. Option is yours. If you comply, if you have capacity to comply, always it's fine, nothing wrong with that. If you comply with that, it's excellent if you comply with that. When if you comply with that means you know something about that, and every day you have to see that, you have to read that. So quality actually should be above all, because every effort goes to construction. Even contractor builders are present there, and they lose that. Now, quality for me here, I am talking of life quality, but importantly, it is work quality I am talking. To be very frank, I concentrate on work topic today. There are so many other topics which are irrelevant or which are very important. You can see how quality of people make. I was in some office, and some people started, there was a crowd always in public offices due to some reason. And it was some office of Huda, because people were not very interested in wearing masks. And I think this is very general now on roads and streets, you can say. When we talk of quality, something indifferent comes to mind. Oh, who is talking quality? He's talking quality, and we start fearing it, scared. What's the reason behind that? If there's a quality check, quality consideration requirement on your project, before taking charge of that project, you did not refer to contract. You can say by chance it happened. Yes, it is by chance, but what happened? There are so many cases. I don't want to refer because that's different topic. My topic is to announce or to concentrate on what ISO 9001 says. Job you can get because job is a must. It's not a must for you, it's a must for contractor or builder also. They have also many persons. Okay, wait. With such a stream of world, whole world is not only streaming quality, everywhere it is, and it must be taken in that spirit. You can inbuild something with bad quality, but then you cannot convert that quality to logical standards or to acceptable or defined quality system. And civil engineering is world where quality, if not cared for, whole system becomes useless, stressful, and endangering. Quality should be taken in that spirit. That is, you can say, overall consideration of quality, and that must be taken and cared for. If it's not taken for care for, it does not give you what is required and what is achieved. Both should be there. So quality, I will take in that aspect. Without quality, nothing exists. Only material exists, not style, not you can say pointed specification. Where to understand that point. Very important item is quality. If it's not done, it's not achieved. Don't achieve something. How to achieve quality is then, you can say, remaining talk. What we have to do? Should we move on road or should talk of it? Or we have to work on the threat. There's no quality. It doesn't have quality. Is shoot rightly or wrongly? It should be correct. I have spoken about various activities that are taught in, that are considered in our world. Quality check. Quality check. Quality checklist, which I am going to share with you, is only indicative. Nothing confirmed anywhere. Only suggestive and indicative. If we achieve something after a lot of struggle, after doing hard work, we feel and we regret, without regret, but we say, I did lot of work and I achieved this. Means you are involved with that. The soul is involved with that. I'll be back in a moment because I have to put something of birds. Now, quality checklist I start, and we talk of that in details. What is quality checklist? Quality requirement I'm talking of, because this is old document, so it's written quality assurance requirement, but I'm interested in quality requirement, not in assurance. And quality requirement is mandatory. I'm not assuring anybody. I have to give quality. That's my job. That's my duty, my responsibility. That is what engineer has to respond. Checklist and ITPs. Checklist and ITPs. ITPs means inspection and test plans. Now, well, this is noting only, leave that. Now, setting out and excavations, that is item number one. It's my item number one. Don't worry about it. You can write your own item number. This is not the standard code. This is just procedure. A part procedure, I can say. So, setting out and excavation. Now it says reference to project key plans and individuals building plans. Whatever reference is there, in excavation we can say what is project key plan that we have to take into our consideration, and individual building plans. All that references must be there. Means it's not given here, but you have to use that. All such references. We can now say grids calculation in all directions. It is related to setting out and excavation, that grids calculation in all directions. Grid angles in all directions. Level profiles conversion from GPS. Level profiles, and R coordinates converted from real to real coordinates, means which coordinates you have to use. Then third party certification, which is optional but it's better because third party is expert one and independent one. Then setting off offsets from building lines. Margin for working areas. Margin for working areas in case value required. We'll say what is value, and action on value requirement. Record of running services. Program for diversion if required. Coordination with statutory bodies, where whether or not NOC required, whether or not excavation is hot work, safety measures to be adopted during excavations, then traffic diversions to be adopted during excavations, whether or not method statement approved, what equipment to be used, are workers fully informed of site safety, are shoring materials on site, are ingress and egress to and from trench well planned, shall work be done during night hours? If so, has police permission been obtained? Is stockpiling area is readily available? Are environmental protection measures intact? Is dumping area available? Definition of duration of excavation. Dewatering arrangements whether or not required. Are oxygen cylinders available if so required in confined areas? Are aluminum ladders available? Are masks available for all personnel? Are safety glasses available? Has toolbox stocks been delivered? Has emergencies communication system been in place? Responsible personnel to be dedicatedly to be present on excavation? Is water tanker available for spreading water? How have neighbor existing buildings been checked off whatever adversity in case of excavation or dewatering? These are certain points that are very much of concern. You can read them again if you wish, so that you should not you should there are so many points. These are not applicable to one, but it can be applicable. This can be made applicable to all excavations in general. With reference to project key plans, and every project is based on key plan and individual building plans. Grid calculations in every direction can be done. No way cannot be. Similarly, grid angles in all directions can be checked. Level profiles converted from geographical geophysical stations, and R coordinates converted from real coordinates to actual coordinates. As their third party certification is an option, third party means which neither you or mine. I can hire a person who just helps in establishing these coordinates or labels. That's third party certification, and because that party has got no interest in either of them, so they just charge some money and they work for you. Then setting off offsets from building plans, building lines, setting off offsets, and margin for working areas. You know what's for working area? For your working area itself indicates the units of area for work. In case value required, value means there are some services that are essential, that are mandatory, you can't touch them, and your plot should be a minimum distance from that one. That's called value in certain terminology. Or you can see you cannot touch essential those services which are going through your plan, your plot. But it has to be seen that such services must be kept distant from your plot, and you have to make sure where layout is defective. You have to make sure that is it enough distance from, is it having enough location from dangerous service of public nature. So this is called way. You have to leave a standard acceptable way or a distance from that service. A record of running services you must have. Running services could be that service or live service. Well, if that service is live, you have to get confirmation this is or that. Or if the services are running services, live services, this could cause havoc if activated. Example: electrical services, telephone services, gas services, where probably there's no indicator, but it could be passing, and you use excavation on that. You start bring machine or excavation doing that. It can result in accidents and fire and so much. So record of running services you must have. How you have, that is procedure. You have to contact those authorities who are responsible for this, operators. Then effects of required means it should be diverted. If that operator says no, it has to be diverted, then you have to make this. There's a note that you have to divert the service. Well, you cannot divert. Your department shall divert with other formalities. Then coordination with statutory bodies. You have to go to statutory bodies and conduct or think about this or ask them what to do. Whether or not NOC required, NOC already knows no objection certificate. Whether or not excavation is hot work. Hot work and cold work are applicable in plant areas or where services are more important and you have to think about hot and cold. Safety measures to be adopted during excavations. Safety is important for everybody to prevent from falling into trench or collapse of sides of excavated portion if not handled properly, safely, depending on nature of soil and also relation to water content of that. Then traffic diversion to be adopted during excavation. Traffic, very important part. Traffic diversion means how we have to method statement approved that you have to see. People do not care for method statements currently, except on those where experienced professionals or supervisors. I don't think otherwise people need it. People don't even realize value of method statements. They don't realize its value, and you can say what equipment to be used. If you have method statements which covers equipment also, then if you use method statement, if you have it covers safety factor also, then materials to involve that, and you see how to enter and come out of trench. That's also a part of method statement. It would show, and timings, which timings you have to do must be. Then of course when there's a method statement, particularly there's a permission without which you cannot do. And of course it would tell stockpile areas, it's particular method statement where you have to take the excavated tipper and dump there and then come back. So it's part of method statement, you can say it's a method itself. Then you can say night hours, police permission, stockpile areas, environmental protection, hazards, protection from hazards, all that. And definition is dumping area and definition of duration of excavation, and dewatering arrangement is very important point where you've seen many talks, many questions on Facebook, group people writing so much about watering the excavations. Water comes in from, when you go deep you find the water is pouring in turbulent way or laminar way. We see so many questions about dewatering. Dewatering is very important part of excavation. I think it's very important part because this is until dewatering shall continue until your whole area you have to work in. At that depth it should be completely dry. Even if dewatering has to continue throughout clock for many days, at least up to that time when your construction comes to certain level where there is no danger. If it moves your foundation is not affected by presence of water, and you can keep dewatering until you finish your work. Then oxygen cylinders availability, and if it is required in confined areas, then aluminum ladders mandatory in excavations because timber ladders won't do. Masks must be there for all person because it's question of dust inhalation. It's question of dust inhalation, it's chemical inhalation, and particularly if it's windy area where very All the time you find winds in those areas. All the times you find winds blowing, sand blowing areas. Then safety glasses, of course, that is a part of PPE. Toolbox stock is a technical part of safety. Toolbox never talk, but toolbox stock is very important for your tradespeople, for your technicians, because they are people, if they have, you can say they are hardworking people. When they work, it's difficult. I can't work like that, but they work. They are subject to safety requirements. They have to use PPEs, and they have to be very strongly resistant to, and they should understand how to use risky equipments, risky tools, for example, grinder, for example, welding machine, or you can say using some electrical connections at some place without even caring for cable joint is left naked or not taken care of. So electrical, you can say toolbox stock is very important for every tradesman. Like you're using, you can say Hilti, for example. So how to use that? Safest use of tools is very important part, and you cannot leave it to tradespersons only, because engineer and foremen are required to involve with toolbox stocks. Even you do it, you make it, or you deliver it, or safety person delivers it. Important point is that people must know before they are used to that. I know they are all confident, but I have seen fingers amputated, I have seen palms amputated because of neglecting safety. So toolbox stocks invokes in its user how safe you are, what is the method to remain safe during that activity, how to prevent accident. Then emergencies communication being in place, we have to make sure, and responsible personnel to be dedicatedly to be present on excavation. And who are the responsible person? You can say agent itself is a responsible person, engineer is a responsible person, surveying person is a responsible person, person helping excavator and struct direction is also responsible. You have to know what is nature of soil before doing everything, and if you think this is sandy soil or this some dry soil where there are chances of caving in, then you can say that you have to take precautionary measures. I'm saying precaution only, not something else. Precautionary measures adoption is very important. And if you see no water tanker is available, which can cause site to be untidy, non-tidy, you can say. It's not tidy even. Site's not tidy even, because environment is not helping you. Dust, storm, dust, heat, all. The neighbor, you have to see existing buildings also, that if any can harm your. So these points are very very important. Yes, mechanical excavation cannot be applied without ensuring about live lines, in which case hand excavation is carried out. Hand excavation is carried out for let me just put it there 195. you can say hand excavation is carried out in those areas. If for excavation I say 190 here. For excavation, certain areas mechanical excavation cannot be applied without ensuring about live lines, in which case hand excavation is carried out for resolution of applicable method of excavation. So I am going to talk about hand excavation as item 2, hand excavation. Now, location of relevant pits, whether or not in line to record drawings, that if you have, has these locations been discussed with relevant service authority or operator authority? Has temperature permit been obtained? Temporary permit, sorry. Has temporary permit been obtained? Temporary permit means permit for few hours, few days. Has statement method statement for such excavation been approved? You see, method statement is very important document in construction engineering, because we know in advance, we think which best one for this activity is best way, so that even specifications are complied with, codes are complied with, practices complied with, and nobody stands out lost. That's what I say. Location for pits and location being discussed with relevant service authority, and temporary permit and method statements must be done for such excavation before doing it finally. In that, what is indicative depth of excavation? Are involved technicians qualified for such significant operations? And is it direct excavation method using hand tools, or it is hydrojetting involvement? Either direct excavation, hand tools, you can say hand shovel or hand scrap, you may say hand shovel of the work nature, and you can say how to do excavation. Or it is hydrojetting, means if you force by water jet is forced into excavation, can it come out? So, certainly if this is loose sand, it may be affected by hydrojetting, and hydrojetting is not easy. Then you need water also under pressure. And what precautionary methods have been adopted to protect unexpected accident? Who shall supervise such? You have to see you have to divert. Then is method of maintaining services protection known? Service protection known. What measures to be adopted in case of failure to protect? Shall such services interrupt? Such services interruption impact plant operation? Shall information to police be required? So these are certain points you have to keep in mind. After excavation progresses, further check need be performed at various stages. In deeper excavation requiring benching, additional checks would be required. So let us repeat this point if you wish. because it's a very much technical point for the hand excavation, which is in rare cases they have to do. But when we do not know where is the exact location of running service, so if we have some method without using annexation and doing it, knowing it, maybe you don't have that tool, that toolbox. So we can say one by one again, location of relevant pit, whether or not in line to record drawing, has these locations been discussed with relevant statutory authorities, services authorities, temporary record will be obtained, has method statement for such excavation been approved, but has been indicated depth of excavation, are involved technicians qualified for such significant operation, is it direct excavation method using hand tools, or it is hydrojetting involvement, what precautionary measures, what precautionary methods have been adopted to protect unexpected accidents, who shall supervise such delicate excavation, is follow-up procedure well defined, is authority for life services discovering intimation known, is duration for diversion activity known, is method of maintaining services protection known, what measures to be adopted in case of failure to protect, and such services interruption impact plant operation, shall information to police be given, be required. Then after excavation progresses, further checks need to be performed at various stages in deeper excavation requiring benching, additional checks be required. Now checklist for formation level or formation, which is item 3 in my list. See, it's very important, this checklist, because also which I am talking, it's not that we are going to do this or we'll leave it to someone else. Engineer has to leave it to someone else, but no, it's not to leave, it's to involve. If you have to involve yourself and you can direct your contractor to take care of everything before excavation is given go ahead. It's very important. So it is checklist for formation, and formation means where you level, where you start your construction activities. You can say start with blinding concrete, or in our country we call it lean concrete or blinding concrete or formation concrete, where you have to compact soil below and then start concreting for blinding. Checklist for formation. What is formation? I just now explained formation means. That is formation. Has formation approximately reached which can be checked by reduced level flying from fixed datum benchmark, or is this in the reduced level applicable to formation level or to foundation blinding bottom level, that is RL reduced level. We'll go now to formation, right? Formation, very important. Formation is very important from every viewpoint. It is. Formation means in level at which you have to prepare, you have to make it good by compaction or by whatever method you have to clear it. You not to allow any undue material in that, means that level where blinding can start. Hmm? Formation level, right? We have to talk of formation level. Has formation approximately reached which can be checked by reduced level flying from fixed datum benchmark RL, reduced level RL is reduced level reduced by your on datum, though it is different in its nomenclature, but because you fix something and in relation to that you are going to check this one, so that is every land surveyor knows about that. Now this reduced level applicable, is it applicable to formation level or to foundation blinding bottom level? Has a factual SPC, we call safe bearing capacity, been confirmed either by plate load test or by some other applicable load test? We have to know all this before doing something on formation. You can say has factual safe bearing capacity been confirmed either by plate load test, either conducted by plate load test or by some other applicable test. Whether formation is in water or it is in most moist condition, does soil show dry area condition? As field density test, the soil need intuitively optimized method. Is soil improvement indicated on project structural drawings? Has shoring been in place during excavation process? Is soil supporting system safe for workers? Can formation compaction be conducted conveniently? Is soil condition indicating stronger soil than as specified? Is it economical to recommend the redesign of foundation? Can equipment safely move to formation and work efficiently for various purposes? Have various grids being erected, and then you can say, is it economical to recommend the design of foundation? Can equipment safely move to formation and work efficiently for various purposes? Have various grids being erected in place temporarily for verification of structures exist? If soil improvement is not required, can blinding preparatory works move? So we have to little concentrate on this very important part of, you can say, our work construction, and without this we cannot move. This requires some concentration. For 5 minutes you read this and you see how it works. Now checklist for blinding, that's item number 4. Does soil need improvement either by replacement or by some other suitably optimized method? Project structural drawings has shoring as specified. Is it economic?